This law of attraction method will help you take your manifesting power to the next level. And the next level after that. Hey, it's Andrew, otherwise known as the guy who wrote the last law of attraction book you'll ever need to read, coming at you with another video today, and really excited for this one because I'm actually teaching you something that can be done in more than one way, depending on your preference of styles. But before we get there, just doing the usual YouTube thing, I want to invite you to please hit that like button if you've been enjoying this content, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, make sure you don't miss any future videos. And with that bit of housekeeping out of the way, let's get straight on point for today. The method I'm teaching you, I call this one the Can You Top This method. And like I said, it can be done in more than one way. So the first way I want to teach you today is as a visualization style. And basically, like the subject or like the title is really telling you here, this is going to be a situation where you're going to challenge yourself to open your mind to the possibilities that are really there for you and really give yourself permission to visualize a way better version of whatever that thing is that you actually want. And the way you're going to do this is, well, there's more than one way, but a way that I recommend to at least get started with is a number of lightning rounds. In fact, you're going to do 5, 60, or 90-second rounds of visualizations. And the way it breaks down is you set a timer, and for, I don't know, 60 to 90 seconds, depending on your preference, you just sit there, you close your eyes, and you visualize something that you really want. It could be, something that's a material possession. It could be an event or a circumstance. Whatever it is that you're looking to manifest, you just want to close your eyes, take that 60 seconds or 90 seconds out, and visualize it. And once that timer goes off, what you're going to do is you're going to set it all over again for another 60 or 90 seconds, and you're going to go right back into that same visualization, only this time you're going to pick at least one detail, or more if you'd like, where there's an improvement on the last visualization. Anything you can do that's just better than what that last one is, that's what you're gunning for here. And again, you're going to go through another 60 or 90 seconds, the timer's going to go off, and guess what? Round 3, you're going to set that timer all over again, and this time you're going to try to improve on that last visualization yet again. You're going to go into whatever details you can think of to make this a better situation. The timer goes off, well, you set it again, round 4, you do the same thing, improving on that one, asking yourself, can I top this? And of course, as you might expect, that timer goes off and you set it off for a 5th and final round where again you just dive in. And this is basically a situation where you're giving yourself in a span of very little time a lot of wonderful visualizations, because when you think about it, that very first visualization in and of itself was a very powerful, very useful, very effective thing at getting you what you want, at sending that vibrational frequency out to the universe to mirror back to you to invite all those things that you want. But what you're doing is then you're taking up a notch and you're saying, okay, in round 2 there's an improvement, round 3 there's an improvement, round 4, and I'm going to keep asking myself, can I top what I just came up with an even more vibrant, even more enjoyable, even more favorable and preferable visualization? And this is basically forcing you to give yourself permission to dream bigger and invite bigger and have it just be a fun visualization that you can really dive into on a very limited clock, so there's no pressure here. That's the cool thing about this. If you're only doing 60 to 90 second rounds, you don't have time to sit there and ask yourself like, oh, is this possible? Oh, can this be done? You're not even worried about that. All you're worried about is having a good time in the moment, which of course is always the point. So like an easy example of this is like on a round 1, maybe you want a job promotion. You were going to visualize yourself getting that job promotion, and whatever that conversation might be with your boss, or maybe it's an email or who knows what it may be, but you get that news of whatever it is, and awesome, you've had that visualization. Well, what happens when round 2 comes around? Well, maybe it's the job promotion, and by the way, you're getting a corner office. So all of a sudden, you've added that detail into the mix very easily. All right, well then what happens on round 3? Well, maybe you get the job promotion, maybe you get the corner office, and also maybe you're getting emails from headhunters who want to invite you on for even better jobs, better situations, higher salaries. All right, awesome. All right, well then next round, what do? Is you've got the promotion, and now all of a sudden you're in these conversations and you're negotiating upward and you're getting even a higher salary offer from those outside people. Do you see how this goes? It's working into a place where things are getting better and better and better and better. And notice that throughout this whole visualization, you've not forfeited that original promotion that you wanted. It's still your option to take, but you're also getting more money, you're also getting better circumstances, maybe a better office, and again, maybe an opportunity at an even better career if you want to add that into the mix. That's the beauty of this. There's no limits, there's no restrictions. And that is the visualization version of the Can You Top This method. And like I said, I've got another version that I want to show you here. But before we get there, quick timeout. I just want to say thank you to a recent reader who left feedback on Amazon and just, expressed my gratitude and featured them in a Spotlight review. So today's Spotlight review is from MJ, a 5-star rave review with the subject heading straightforward and to the point. And it reads, I have read a lot of books on this topic. Some were more hooky spooky than others. This one is more approachable and actionable, which in my experience is key. I hope the title is accurate and that I have found the last such book I'll ever need. Well, MJ, I read that feedback and I only had one reaction. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really, it fills me with so much gratitude to know that I made it approachable and actionable, because that was exactly my intent. And yes, I also hope it's the last one you'll need, and take my advice. If you want it to be the last one that you'll ever need, just keep doing the methods for even just 5 minutes a day and let the magic unfold from there. Okay, let's get back into the Can You Top This method. And like I said, there is more than one way of doing this. We've just covered the visualization piece. Now let's talk about doing this as a scripting method. For those that have not read my book and are wondering what scripting is, it's basically journaling about your life in the present tense as if you're already living your dream life. So whatever those details might be, you can either write them out by hand if that's what you want to do, or type them out on a computer if you want to do it that way, or if you'd like to do spoken scripting method, you'll hit the recorder app on your phone and you'll actually verbally describe whatever it is, that circumstance, that preferred version of your life that you're experiencing. So with the understanding that you can do, handwritten or typing or spoken, whatever that might be, you're basically going to engage in a scripting session like any other, where you're detailing your life the way you want it to be. You say, I'm so happy and grateful now that, you put that detail, and then you expound on that and you give further details, whatever feels good. You can be as specific or as general as you'd like. Again, as long as you're in a good mood as you're doing this, you are doing it the right way. Now, here's where we get into the Can You Top This version of things. Well, you've just written that thing out, and maybe you wrote a paragraph, maybe you wrote a page, maybe you wrote 3 pages, whatever that might be. You're then, of course, going to go into another round where you're scripting a better version. And here's the thing. You can either do this right now in that moment if you want to take that time, or you can say, well, you know what? I'm going to come back to this tomorrow and make that second round on the next day. And then the third round on the day after that, and the fourth round on the day after that, and the fifth, it could be even a thing where like Monday through Friday, it just gets better and better and better and better and better. And the reason I'm giving you that option is some people, if they prefer writing, they just don't like to write too much. I mean, imagine if you're doing this in a certain way where it's all one session, it might feel a little arduous, it might feel a little daunting for you, and that's the last thing we want. So if you are a person where you really enjoy it and you can go through 5 rounds all at once, by all means feel free, but by that same token, you are just as welcome again to do 1 session per day and then return the next day and do a better version. And the beauty of this is you've got that on paper, that prior version right in front of you. So it's very easy to look at certain details and just try to write something that improves on them. You can isolate a specific sentence, you can isolate a specific detail, whatever it might be, you've got it right there in front of you to improve on. And here's where I really want you to get very adventurous about this. Feel free to really expand on what's possible here, even if it might feel, a little bit out there, as long as it doesn't feel bad. Give yourself permission to really be exciting about this and really say, okay, I'm really going to lay it in thick here. As long as it feels good, again, you're expanding your mind, you're expanding your understanding and your feeling of the possibilities around you. That's what this is all about. And of course, it's about feeling good while you're doing it. So that is the second version of this. That's the scripting version of the Can You Top This method. But just because I want to make sure to give you as much value as possible here, I actually have a third version of this that I want to share with you today. This one requires a friend, an accountability partner, where basically what you're going to do is you are going to, get on a phone call or be in person or whatever it might be, and you each are going to have your own desired manifestation and your own specific details, and you're going to tell that to the other person. And then the other person is going to top it for you. They're going to take your details and say, okay, well, what about this? And then they're going to hand it back to you. And again, right now you're only on one person's situation where you're handing it back and forth. They hand it back to you and you're like, okay, I'm improving it this much. And then they're going to say, okay, well, I'm going to improve it this much for you. And then finally, you're that last and final round for yourself where you get it to an even higher level. And then once you've done that 5 rounds for one person's visualization, then it's the other person's turn where they tell you what their visualization, what their dream, what their manifestation is. You improve it on for them, you have them improve it on themselves, you improve it again, and back and forth. Notice there's a back and forth volley, whether you're doing it by yourself or with another person, where it's just getting better and better and better and better and better. So Now you've got another fun way of doing this. And really here, when you do this with a friend, you might actually end up getting some additional insights because they will see a situation the way you don't. They will be able to spot where you're limiting yourself, where you really shouldn't be, and they'll tell you about it. So again, this is a really fun, interesting, dynamic way of doing this if you've got someone that's willing to do this with you. But if not, again, you've got those two other versions. So no matter what method you do here, no matter what way you go about this, the Can You Top This method is a definite winner, and it is sure to really expand your mind for the possibilities that you really want to invite. Okay, now I want to hear from you. Of all the versions of this method that I've given you here, which one are you looking forward to trying out the most? Whatever that might be, comment below, let everyone else know what it's going to be. Maybe you'll inspire somebody else to try that version for themselves. And as an extra bit of motivation here, by leaving that comment or any other positive comment, you will get yourself entered into this month's drawing where one lucky winner will walk away with Gravity of the Cosmos, my advanced level, full immersion guided program for manifesting your every desire through the law of attraction. This is my program where I take you through 90 straight days of manifesting methods in only a few minutes a day so that you don't have to worry or wonder about what method to do or when to do it, and you can just sit back, relax, and follow along as I guide you through 3 full months of massive vibrational momentum toward manifesting the life that you've always wanted. And if you're interested in a free test drive of the program, my book, The Last Law of Attraction Book You'll Ever Need to Read, actually has a link to special bonuses, one of which includes access to the first couple of days of Gravity of the Cosmos, free of charge so you can try it before you buy it. And you can pick up the book by simply going to lastlawofattractionbook.com. That'll auto forward you to the Amazon listing where you can get it in Kindle or paperback or audiobook depending on your preference. And that's all I got for you today, guys. So thank you again so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you've enjoyed today's content. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, make sure you don't miss another video. And just know that more videos are on the way soon. So please be back soon. I'll look forward to seeing you again next time.